our body in the state where we want to be as healthy as possible. So the way to do that, number one, is to eat breakfast in the morning. I like a quick breakfast just like anybody else. And what I do is I make a smoothie. One of my favorites is to take some kale or spinach, get some water, about 12 ounces, get about a cup of fresh berries, put in some organic protein powder, blend that together, maybe with a little bit of yogurt, plain yogurt that is, and blend that together, throw some almond butter in there, and then I can drink that in 2 minutes and I'm out the door. And rather than sitting around and cooking eggs and all that, which is fine, if you have time for that, I think it's a great option. But one tip is don't skip breakfast, because they've done now study after study, and they found, even through Harvard School of Public Health, they've done a recent study, they put it in all the journals, that people who skip breakfast were about 60% more likely to have heart-related disease. That's not a good thing. Get up, eat your breakfast, do your oatmeal, do whatever you do, just don't do a bunch of sugar-based foods. Get up and get good lean quality proteins in, get a little bit of carbohydrate in, and get some good healthy fats, and start your day right. It will be one of the best moves you can make, even if you're trying to make some new resolutions in your life for your health. Jump in and start eating breakfast every single day. And if you can, make sure to hydrate in the morning as well. Drink about 12 to 18 ounces of pure non-chlorinated water. Put some lemon in there. It makes a big difference. Hydrating yourself and getting nutrition in first thing in the morning after you've slept for 7 or 8 hours. One of the best tips you can take to get your day started right. Well, coming up, we'll take more of your calls, and also we've got some foods that will impact your health, lowering cholesterol and managing the weight.
Are you being denied credit or paying high interest rates? Your credit score could be the problem. You need Credit Repair Pros, where we work directly with the credit bureaus and your creditors to challenge inaccurate information on your credit report to help you transform your credit score into the one you need to get the things you want, like a new car, a new home, even a new job. Call Credit Repair Pros to speak with a credit expert and find out how we'll work to improve your credit by helping remove inaccurate items from your credit reports. For over 15 years, we've helped thousands resolve their credit issues, and we've helped remove over 500,000 negative items, like charge-offs, late payments, foreclosures, even bankruptcies. So don't wait. Call Credit Repair Pros today and start rebuilding your future. Credit Repair Pros, where great credit begins. Call now for your free credit consultation. Credit experts are standing by.
Call 1-800-711-2305. That's 1-800-711-2305.
All around town, from stores to playgrounds, babies are on the move. And there are diseases that are on the move too. And some of these spread easily. To best protect him from 14 serious diseases by the time he turns 2 years old, vaccinate him according to the recommended schedule, so he can go on about his business and you can have peace of mind. For more reasons to vaccinate, talk to your child's doctor or go to cdc.gov/vaccine.
All right, now, food can be our best medicine. It always can. And I'll tell you, it's bad foods that can bring so much illness to the body, and it's good foods that can bring health to the body and begin to change things all the way around. So today we're going to talk about a food that I really like myself, and it's great for lowering cholesterol, managing weight, and the food is called a tangerine. So tangerines are amazing. They're extremely healthy for the body, and of course they're low on the glycemic index, which means they don't affect blood sugar a whole lot. So if you're dealing with diabetes or any kind of blood sugar related issue, tangerines are amazing at supporting the body as far as a lower glycemic carbohydrate. So much better for you than a lot of the starchy carbs, specifically the breads, the pastas, the cereals, the crackers, that sort of thing. So let's talk about some of the benefits of tangerines. Number one, they're a citrus fruit, so they're loaded with vitamin C. Now, vitamin C is used for just about every process in the body. So getting plenty of vitamin C every single day, the kind that your body can use, not necessarily so much from supplements, but from the actual real whole foods, makes a big difference. So tangerines every single day make a big difference, and they load up on getting rid of the free radicals, which these free radicals obviously are something you want to definitely take care of, and that's what vitamin C has been used for years for. But tangerines are loaded with them, very beneficial. Now, the other one I like are the digestive benefits. So many times we deal with digestion in a poor way. If your digestion is not good, you're not going to be healthy. Everything starts in the gut. If you've got a healthy gut, healthy digestive tract, pretty much are going to be healthy overall. So tangerines have these oligosaccharides in them. Basically, it's a sugar, and it helps with the adhesion between the cell walls of the tangerines. And what happens is the pectin, which is fermented when you eat the tangerine, increases the digestion, kind of like a digestive enzyme, if you've ever heard of those. So great for the digestion. Now, also what we found is because of the fiber content, it's got great amounts of fiber to help lower cholesterol. So the LDL, the bad cholesterol, tangerines are known for actually lowering cholesterol levels in the blood. So very simple. You add some of these foods to your diet, and if you're struggling with cholesterol issues, or if you're struggling with heart disease at any level, just by adding some of these foods in can make a huge difference in your overall health. So a tangerine a day, very powerful. The other one is weight management. So because of the high fiber content, we know that these fruits, because of the lower glycemic index as well, helps to keep the body trim. And the more we keep the body trim, obviously that's a good thing. Look lean, look good, and feel good. And it's about being healthy from the inside out, and they make a big difference. Going to the phones right now. We're going to talk with Gary. Hi, Gary. Welcome.
Lost my ability to walk. I'm in a hover around. At the back of my spinal column, right at the tailbone, on the right side and the left side, I keep producing these large, I call them boils, but they're actually blood, from the derma to the dermis. In between the dermis and the derma, blood is just building up in there fantastically, and they break, and they're painful, and I've got a lot of pain around the belt line. And the bowel movement has really gotten crazy. I'm 76 years old, and I'm just not ready not to stop walking yet. My urination dropped out a bunch of that I was told that it was my protein, because it was awful, really thick, yellowish orange, really heavy, and they told me I was losing protein, and that's why I lost my muscle, I guess. Since I've been in this chair, my gut has increased in the middle like a football. I'm about 220 pounds now. I'm 6 foot. And I used to be very active.
Okay. Well, being in a chair I know can be a challenge. It really can. And you're 76. You're still young. Still a spring chicken. I love it. So that's great. So the reality is, when you've been in a chair like that and you've got the issues with the protein, obviously you've got a physician and a medical team around you, which I think is really good. But it's good to get maybe someone that can work on other aspects with you, like the spinal column. I'm a big fan of osteopathic medicine or chiropractic medicine. Having someone that can work with you in that realm could be a great asset during this time. And then also, don't forget, low inflammatory based foods are very important for what you're dealing with, okay? So make sure you've got good lean quality proteins, the low glycemic carbohydrates, and the healthy fats. Get someone that can work with you like a dietitian and put those two together, and I think you're going to have a great winning combination to get the help that you need. And don't forget, have someone help you exercise, even though you're in the chair. Get your body moving on they have a shoulder exercise where you can actually pedal with the shoulders. Anything you can do to get the body moving is going to make a difference. Thanks so much for the call. We'll be right back to take more of your calls when we come back.
Can Bosley regrow your hair?
This is my own growing hair that I can comb, cut, style, do whatever I want with it.
The results I've achieved have been exceptional. This is my real hair. I can do with it whatever I want. This is mine.
Bosley gave me my hair back. I cut this hair. I wash this hair. I mess this hair up if I want to mess this hair up.
I can't explain to you the way that it made me feel to be able to wear my hair down, go out on a date, and have confidence again.
Can Bosley regrow your hair?
This is my hair. This is my hair.
Call or go online for your free, no-obligation self-evaluation kit. Plus, call in the next 6 minutes, and we'll even send you this $250 gift certificate. The information is free, so choose to grow back your own real hair. Choose Bosley. Call now.
This is your last chance to save 75% off Rockin' Body. If you want to shed the fat and sculpt your body to get that slim, sexy look of your dreams, then you need to stop working out.
Say what?
and start rocking out with Rockin' Body, the fun new body makeover system that takes the world's hottest dance moves and turns them into fast, fun, fat-burning routines so you don't even feel like you're working out.
It's like going to a club, you know, you're dancing, you're having fun, and you're actually getting results.
I lost 33 pounds and 7 inches off my waist.
I lost 30 pounds dancing.
That's because Rockin' Body was created by fitness expert and insanity creator Shaun T. Shaun's body rockin', calorie blasting, total body workout is everything you need to dance off pounds right in your own living room.
Rockin' Body combines dance and fitness in a fun new way so you can achieve insane weight loss.
I danced my head off and I had a great time, and now 24 pounds later, 30 inches overall, I'm a new person.
The secret is Shaun's easy-to-follow, fun dance progressions designed to tone and tighten your abs, shrink and shape your hips and thighs, and lift and firm your booty.
Shaun T is incredible. Rockin' Body. I've lost 33 pounds. I feel sexy, you know? I feel good.
And now, for a limited time, the complete $80 Rockin' Body system is 75% off.
Say what?
That's right. Rockin' Body is only $19.95, but only while supplies last. Call now and we'll even upgrade you to express shipping, free. But it gets even better. We'll also include Shaun's 3-day slim down so you can lose 5 pounds and 5 inches in your first 3 days. And this $60 value is yours to keep no matter what. That's the complete Rockin' Body system, over $60 in bonuses, and a free upgrade to express shipping, all for only $19.95. This offer won't last.
Call 1-800-313-8504 or order online at rockabody.com. 1-800-313-8504. Call now.
Now it's time to take your emails and your social media comments of the day, and really appreciate all the emails that you send in to us, and we do our best to answer all of them. If you do have questions and you're not into the internet, it's okay. You can also call the number on the screen and talk to any of our lifestyle coaches, and they can help you. They can even transcribe it for you, your question, and get it on the show if that's what you prefer. So anyway, we'll do whatever we can to serve you and to help you. If you're looking for a lifestyle provider or you're looking for someone to kind of coach you along the way, we have information right there on our website. We have team members that are all around the country that can help you get the help that you need, no matter where you are. And of course, we've got all kinds of help and support products there at the website, and great information to empower your health and to help you. Now, our email today we're going to start off with is Jerome in Bowling Green, Kentucky. He says, what is your best advice for arthritis? I'm 53 and I like to jog 3 or 4 days a week, but for the last couple of months, my joints are aching constantly. Well, it's a topic, I'll tell you, joint pain and joint health is a big issue for a lot of people. There's some great products out there that are natural anti-inflammatories, like a product called Amino Active. I'm a real big fan of that. It has no medications in it whatsoever, and it's got an amino acid, a protein base to it, and it's all natural. Check them out at aminoactive.com. They're a great company. Really good for the inflammation. But also you want to make sure that you do everything you can to lower the inflammation with your diet. So your lifestyle makes a big difference as well. So making sure that you get your lifestyle habits in line, exercising, you know, like you said you're doing right now, you want to exercise, but you do what you can. So if your joints are bothering you, then get into a pool or get on a bike or whatever you need to do to get the weight-bearing aspect of it off so you can continue to exercise and keep mobility in the joint. I'll tell you some great tips too. If you cut out the grains and dairy products for about 8 weeks, now it's not that you have to do this forever, but for about 8 weeks, typically the top 2 allergenic foods we have are gluten, which is a protein found in grains, and then also the dairy products. The casein protein, which is in most of cow's milk, it's very hard for a lot of people to break down. Now, a lot of people have adapted and they can break it down and handle it pretty well. But you know, the reality is you've got to be a little bit careful. If you've got joint pain, I've seen so many people that leave the dairy and the wheat just for a little bit. It's not, again, you don't have to abandon it forever. But sometimes your body gets a little sensitized to it and you have to desensitize it. It just takes a little bit of time in coming off that, and see if that helps. Also, fish oil, glucosamine have been very helpful and have a lot of good research behind it. And then also don't forget the vitamin D levels. Now, vitamin D is that critical nutrient. I really think it's a wonder nutrient. We found so much great research on it, and you can get a blood test done with your primary care physician, and they can check and see what those vitamin D levels are. Finding out the D levels, I think, is just critical to our overall health, and making sure they stay between about 60, 70 on the blood test. The range is between about 30 and 100. But if you keep it at a good range, that will make a difference. All right, next email we have Paula rather, in Kansas City. For the last few weeks, I've had muscle spasms in my eyes. What can cause this? That's a great question. They're called blepharospasms. That's a word for you. But the blepharospasms are kind of a big deal. And really, believe it or not, when I was in medical school and everybody was studying, it was funny because one time when a professor was teaching, and I think he was teaching...
I think that's right. And the hope is that by allowing people the opportunity to get through these crises, to live longer, that they can go back in and be with their family, repair the relationships that are a bit frayed, and really experience the love of that community.
Hello, I'm Joe Coaches. If you enjoy Heartwise Ministry as much as I do, you just might want to become involved. We would first really appreciate your prayer that God would continue to bless and lead this unique ministry. Also, it is very important that you think about becoming a financial partner supporting us so that we can take this message throughout the world to everyone. Thank you.
You can easily spend $90 on an expensive meal out. How about investing $89.94 in your future? Just think about the possibility of coming off those prescription pills and getting rid of all the side effects. Think about feeling better than you have ever felt in your life. This is all possible for you. For only $89.94, you will receive a 7-part DVD series, Weight Management by the Book, a 30-lesson workbook with over 100 recipes, and if ordered today, exercise tubes will be included for free to help with your journey. There are many programs available, but this unique program has identified the truth about how to manage weight. This program is not available in stores. This limited offer will not last long. Pick up the phone now and dial 877-504-9628. Operators are standing by. This call will change your life forever.
I'm Dr. James Markham, and I talk to patients every day who want to know the truth in healthcare. On our website, heartwiseministries.org, you can have your questions answered. You can read my blog where I talk about interesting and controversial subjects in medicine. You might choose to go to the radio or television sections and learn more about all sorts of health topics. Take the time and go to heartwiseministries.org.
This is an important message from the Brace Hotline. Do you suffer from severe back or knee pain, making even your most simple everyday activities difficult? Well, if you're on Medicare, we have great news. You can now receive a pain-relieving knee or back brace at little or no cost to you. These amazing braces have helped hundreds of people just like you enjoy the activities they love without pain.
Call the Brace Hotline right now at 1-800-959-3213.
We'll handle the paperwork to Medicare for free. All shipping and customer service is free. And the call to check your eligibility is free. So why wait if you're in pain? Call us right now. Imagine all of the activities you're missing out on because of your back or knee pain. Isn't it worth making a free phone call to feel better?
If you are suffering from knee or back pain, if you are on Medicare and would like a pain-relieving brace, call the Brace Hotline right now. Call 1-800-959-3213. Operators standing by 24/7. Call 1-800-959-3213.
Was, and guess what you do? You go back for another donut, and it's a vicious cycle. But what do you have here? I mean, what kinds of foods do you have here that you think maybe would be a better choice for us?
Sure. So if you're somebody that feels the need to eat when you're stressed, it's a really good idea to have some healthier foods on hand so that you're not tempted, by these foods like the donuts and the chips. So we'll start over here. I have some black tea. And tea is great for a lot of different things. I mean, there have been all kinds of studies on the health benefits.
My mom
of
would love
tea.
you. She loves that black tea.
Good, I hope she's watching. So black tea in particular, they've done studies and they've found that black tea can help lower stress hormones. So this is an excellent choice. Tea is low calorie if you're not adding the sweeteners. It's a really easy thing to have in your purse, in your bag, at work, at home. So that's a great thing to have. Here we have blueberries.
Love blueberries.
They're great, and many of us have probably heard they're called the superfood.
That's right.
They have the highest level of antioxidants than almost any other fruit or vegetable. Those are great to have. Over here we have almonds, and although these are a little bit higher in calories, if you can just grab a small handful, so high in antioxidants as well. These have vitamin E and also monounsaturated fatty acids, which lower
And what blueberries will also do is give you, relatively low glycemic index. So you get that carbohydrate, but it's slowly absorbed over time, so you don't get the crash. The problem with donuts and simple sugars like that is basically you crash quickly. And if you have that, even if you're stressed, you have a blueberry, I think just lasts a little longer. The other thing I should say at this point is this is trainable stuff. We are trained for a very long time to crave these donuts and chips. My younger son would pick the blueberries over donuts all day long. Why? Because at a very young age, I've taught him that this is what we eat, and he loves it. So remember, the opportunity we have with our kids is to teach them the habits of having almonds and blueberries. They love it. And make sure you don't put a bunch of crap in it. Like you put a bunch of sugar in it and you put a bunch of salt in these almonds, you take away some of the benefits. So, but great. And then how about popcorn here?
Absolutely. So popcorn, I save the best for last. This is my favorite. I always have this around.
Oh, the smell better than the taste sometimes. What do you guys think? You like the smell of popcorn? Just bottle it, put it in the car, bam, I'm good to go. But go ahead, tell us more.
So I should say too, this is air pop popcorn. So you don't want to be buying the movie theater stuff. A lot of times that's got all the butter, all the salt, and that's just almost as bad for you as the potato chips. So if it's air popped, this is something you can kind of grab if you are feeling the need to eat something, and you don't have to worry too much. It's pretty low calorie. There's not much to it unless you're adding
filling,
much of
isn't
that.
it?
It can be filling.
It can be quite filling, so it's great. I heard you have a question here in the studio audience. Anybody? Yes, ma'am.
Do you think that consuming alcohol is an effective way to deal with stress?
Absolutely not. I think that a lot of people do that and get in trouble, and then what happens is that the cycle continues, and you have just like the donuts. It's different, but similarities. You keep craving it because what happens is you develop a tolerance over time. What do you think? I mean, alcohol as a tool to cope with stress.
It's a great question. So we know that men actually tend to do that more than women. Men will turn to cigarettes and alcohol, whereas women will more cope with things like the donuts. There's a big difference. If you're having a drink after work to relax, that can be okay. But if it's something where you're consistently turning to alcohol when you feel stress, that can lead to a lot of health problems too. So you don't want to make a habit of that.
And the whole idea is that the crux of this is that we want to deal with stress and reduce the problem and not try to have a crutch. Alcohol is a crutch. Having a donut, it's a crutch. Go to the underlying problem. Say, what is really making me stressed out? Is it that I'm doing 12 different things that I really don't need to do? Even kids, even adolescents and teenagers, we give them 5 sports, and they need a secretary to keep up with their schedule. When that happens, they get stressed, and then what happens? They stress eat, they do all kinds of other things, get into drugs, and they can't cope. The idea is that find other activities like exercising, find a hobby, do things that really help you. I think that these are great tips. Thank you so much for giving us these ideas. This is really great. Thank you. Let's take a break. We're coming up next. Another way to find peace and calm when you're feeling stressed. Stay with us.
Whatever rises to the surface, whether it's emotional trauma you've been holding on to or just anxiety, it will surface. And you have 2 choices. You can run from it, or you can stay with it and breathe through it to get to the other side.
Is your teenage child or a teenage loved one losing control due to drugs or alcohol? Perhaps you're starting to see changes in their behavior or failing grades. This can be a hard thing to come to terms with, but Inspiration's Teen Drug and Alcohol Rehab is here to help. We can help with immediate, confidential admittance of any teen between the ages of 13 to 18 years old. And it only takes 1 phone call to start helping these young ones in getting their life back to the way it was. So take the first step today and help your beloved teen. Call 844-625-1232 now.
Is your body storing fat more easily? Do you suffer from a lack of energy? Or the draining side effects of restless sleep? How about an increase in wrinkles and even sagging skin?
Hi, I'm Kim Douglas, and as a beauty expert always on the hunt for the next great breakthrough, when I heard about a youth hormone that was associated with reducing body fat, increasing lean muscle mass, and even reducing the appearance of wrinkles, I just had to learn more. I'm talking about human growth hormone, or HGH, and as early as our mid-20s, our natural production of HGH begins to drop dramatically. Here's the good news. Finally, there's Cerevital.
Cerevital is the first and only amino acid complex shown in a clinical trial to trigger the body's own natural release of HGH from the pituitary gland and increase mean HGH levels by an astonishing 682%.
HGH has been associated with reducing body fat, reducing the appearance of wrinkles, improving sleep, and even boosting energy. As a doctor and a woman, I am very excited that now I can tell women everywhere about Cerevital.
Cerevital boosts your HGH naturally and at a fraction of the cost of painful injections. Cerevital sells for $99 in stores. But call right now because we're letting as many women as possible try Cerevital for 30 days absolutely risk-free. Plus, call in the next 6 minutes and we'll also include free shipping. You owe it to yourself to try Cerevital for 30 days. It's absolutely risk-free.
Cerevital is a true scientific breakthrough, 20 years in the making.
Get the facts at mycerevital.com. Supplies are limited. Call 1-800-789-6371 or go to mycerevital.com for your risk-free trial today.
You're watching Ask Dr. Andy. One of the most common ways to relieve stress is by practicing yoga. Alexa Fry tried yoga to help eliminate stress, and it worked. Also here today is Alexa's yoga teacher, Sitara Bird. Welcome, both of you. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well, welcome. Thank you. You know, Alexa, tell us about your stress and what was going on and what you tried to do to help get rid of it, you know?
Actually, about a year ago, I was experiencing a lot of anxiety, and it just continued to grow and grow. And actually, about a year ago this time, I was diagnosed with obsessive-compulsive disorder, which came with it a slew of fear and panic and uncertainty. And I was encouraged by a mental health professional to look into psychotropic medication and other things that may be able to help me alleviate some of the anxiety and stress that was associated with the illness.
Did you try them?
I didn't.
Were you afraid of the side effects and things like that?
You know, it wasn't so much a fear of that. It was more that I am really careful about what goes in my body anyways as far as any medication on a regular basis, and I wasn't opposed to it, but I thought if there's other ways to access this, if there's other ways to impact the anxiety and the stress outside of that, I'd rather start there.
And I totally agree, because we are a fast food society. I keep saying it. If there's a pill, we pop it before we do anything with our diet or natural methods. Our body has natural methods in place to help with this. So tell me, Sitara, why does it work so well? What is it about yoga that helps folks like Alexa help with stress?
Well, it's interesting that you say that we're a fast food society, because we are very fast food oriented, but also very fast paced.
Yep.
One of the things that yoga helps us to do is slow down by using the breath. It's a breath-based practice, which differentiates it from any other type of movement.
Ujjayi, what is that called?
Ujjayi pranayama, yeah. So we're syncing breath with movement. It's enabling you to slow down, and whatever rises to the surface, whether it's emotional trauma you've been holding on to or just anxiety, whatever it may be that you're experiencing,
or even physical pain.
Physical pain, it will surface, and you have two choices. You can run from it, or you can stay with it and breathe through it to get to the other side.
And we did another show, and there was a gentleman who came in. He talked about hypnosis to reduce stress and help you with sleep. And he said the same thing. He said you can either say to pain, emotional or physical, get away from me, I'm going to fight you, or you can embrace it. And this is the same concept. So you're going to show us a couple of moves?
Absolutely.
Alexa, would you do the honors and show us? So I want you guys to watch in the studio as well as at home. You guys can do any of these moves. And it's not about how good you look doing it. It's the concept. It's always the concept. So please go ahead.
Yeah, we'll start first with plank pose. Alexa will keep her hips stacked with her shoulders. She'll melt the back of her heart just enough to wrap her shoulder heads back, and I'm actually going to encourage her to knit her low ribs in. Tailbone lengthens towards the floor. So this puts more of the posture as an all-over body experience, less concentrated in her arms or in her core where she might feel it.
And then if you can't do what she's doing, you can also bend your knees and try to do the same thing. And this is the thing about yoga, right? You don't have to be a superstar to do it. It's simple moves that your body can make, and you can still have some of the same benefits. Then anything else that any other moves that you can show us?
Yeah, a really grounding pose is child's pose. So she'll bring her big toes to kiss, her knees will open wide, and she'll let her belly just rest between her thighs, stretching her arms forward.
And again, she's very good, so if you look at what she's doing, it doesn't mean that you have to do everything that she's doing, but the concept, and do what you can for your body. Again, people get really intimidated, especially, let's say if you're overweight or something, you just get intimidated. It's not about that. It's about the concepts and what it's doing for your mind and your body. And what is this doing for her?
It's a very grounding pose. So if you're feeling high stress, really anxious, you can't get your mind to calm down, this is a really accessible posture for anyone. You can do it at home. You don't have to be in a studio.
Exactly.
And it just brings you back to your breath and learning to slow down. That encourages reflection, and through reflection you can encourage change
and healing, and it centers it. When think about the last time you spent more than a millisecond thinking about anything. We don't. We're constantly thinking about the next thing you have to do. Absolutely. One of the kids in my daughter's class said, you know what, I'm so bored, I don't have a thing to do. And I said to her, you know what, think about once just to do nothing for a few minutes. And this forces you to, because you're in that position. All you can think about is what's going on with your body, and it centers you, and that heals you. What else can she do today for us?
So let's take an easy spinal twist. I love this one. She'll lie on her back, she'll open her arms to a T, and she'll bring her knees into her chest and lower them to either side. And whichever side that her knees go, her gaze will go the opposite. Awesome. And this is great because it's opening her spine, it's encouraging movement, it's encouraging a deeper sense of breath. She's accessing more when she's breathing with Ujjayi, which I know she is because I can see it. It's beautiful.
You taught her well. She does a great job. How often does she have to do this? I mean, you have to do it 5 times a day, once a week? What should a person? They're watching at home and in the studio. They're wondering how often to do it.
Yeah, that's a very personal question. I would say, especially if you're new and you're intimidated by the practice, go into it. Be gracious with yourself. Give yourself the space to be patient, space to learn.
Come on up, Alexa. Can I help you, or you got it? Nice job. And it's whatever really, it's personalized and whatever you need. Yeah. So how did yoga make you feel? And tell me the effects, and people are wondering, doing this, did it help you with your problems?
Yoga was a game changer for me. When I started my practice about a year ago, really seriously, I was going 5 or 6 days a week, and it became very much a part of my lifestyle. The biggest thing yoga taught me is that I associated anxiety and discomfort with bad. And believe me, those things don't feel good. But what I learned in yoga and on my mat is that just because you feel discomfort in a pose or you feel sensation, that doesn't mean it's bad. If you stay with your breath and expand into that pose, you'll find growth in your practice. So for me, I was able to translate that to, okay, when I'm dealing with my obsessive compulsive disorder and the anxiety and the sensation and the fear that comes with that, I don't have to run like the disease sort of hardwires you to do to reinforce it. I can actually step into it and soften, like on the mat, we work on softening our reactions to those sensations. And in that, I can find growth. And yoga was really my vehicle to be able to shift my perspective on my illness, and made me actually, honestly, quite grateful for the whole thing to have happened, because instead of running and letting it shrink my world, it made my world so much bigger than we have time to talk about.
And you got stronger, and you got stronger, and what they say in yoga is that, take the practice of yoga off the mat and take it with you. And the idea is that the pain or any problems you have or difficulties that you have when you're doing the actual yoga pose, you take that and you use that in the world outside. That's the essence. People don't understand that. They say, okay, how can I take my big toe and reach my ear, and that's it. That ain't it. It's about having the practice, understanding it, feeling the pain, embracing it, and say, you know, what else you've got, what else do you have, and embracing it, make it part of life. And then when you have life's trials and tribulations, you can deal with it. Awesome stuff. Thank you so much.
Thank
and
you.
thank you, Alexa, for doing that and showing us this. I really appreciate it. We'll take a break. We'll be right back with Partha's Prescriptions. Please stay with us.
You're invited on a mission to improve the world's health through compassion, empathy, and integrity. Accept the challenge to be your own health hero and visit AskDrNandy.com. Travel across the globe and read blogs written by expert guests from over 200 Ask Dr. Nandy episodes. Be inspired by Dr. Partha Nandy's lectures, personal blog, and allow him to show you the benefits of eating healthy food. What are you waiting for? Visit the all-new AskDrNandy.com.
This is your last chance to save 75% off hip-hop abs. If you want to shed the fat and sculpt your core to get those sexy, toned abs of your dreams, then stop doing sit-ups. Say